So our next speaker, this is the most exciting for me of all the speakers today. She is highly competitive, which I absolutely love. She is a Division I scholarship, athlete who played soccer for the University of Florida. Check this out, folks. By the age of 24, she owned her own company in San Francisco, California. How about that? Since the beginning of this year, because of LifeVantage, she has been traveling the world. And I know Bob and Sissy Triglia are really, really, really proud of this young woman. I want to welcome Caroline Triglia to the webinar. How are you?
Good. I wanted to bring Harlow since I own my own dog.
No worries about the dog. We totally get it. How are you?
Sorry, my mom's trying to track her. No, thank you. I don't think you guys understand how excited I am today. This is kind of like my first speech for LifeVantage, I guess. I've always kind of been under the wing, the shadow of my parents. They're elite pro 8s. And so it's exciting for me to finally get kind of that step and that leadership in front of this team. So I'm really excited. Thank you, Gabe and Jill.
Well, I tell you what, we've been watching you literally grow, for the last 8 years. I remember you playing soccer at Bowles, and I've always said to myself, I hope one day my kids are able to go to that school. And that's one thing that we're proud of. And I tell you what, we're following your mom and dad's footsteps is what we're doing. So just really, really proud of everything that you have done. And I'm really excited for you to share what you have today with everyone.
Thank you. Yeah. So I'm sure a few of the people watching know my parents, but since I'm new here, I kind of wanted to give you guys my story. I grew up the youngest of 4. And if you know my mom, she was a Hall of Famer tennis player. She played in Wimbledon and was invited to the Australian Open. So if you can only imagine growing up in our household, she literally woke us up before school to go on runs. Like literally as a kindergartner, I'd have to run before school. Just crazy. Love you, Mom. I know you're watching, but crazy. But at the end of the day, I learned hard work really early. And like Gabe said, I played soccer. I loved it. I was great at it. I'm super competitive. And I remember, I will never forget this day. We had a soccer game, and at the end of the game, we lost. It was really bad. And my coach pulled aside our whole team, and he called me out. He said, Caroline, do you want your player card back? For anybody that doesn't know what that means, that basically says, do you want to get off this team? Like, you played horrible. You should just leave. So that was gut-wrenching for me. But before you knew it, I was the captain of our team. And in a few years, I had scholarships to colleges all across the country. At the end of the day, I chose the University of Florida. Go Gators. And, the coaches tell you when you get there, it's very rare to play as a freshman. By the second game, I had earned a starting position. It's just built in me, as you can, I guess, genetically from my mom probably, how I am. And I'll never, ever forget, though, before I went to school, my trainer said, Caroline, within your first year, you're going to want to quit. Like, it's going to happen. It's inevitable. You're going to want to quit. But whatever you do, just don't give in.